Welcome to HP Tuner's Ford Gen 1 Coyote Training Part 36. In this training module, we're going to be taking a look at dialing in a naturally aspirated base map and the tuning procedure for a naturally aspirated engine. So we're going to go through everything from start to finish so that you're able to replicate this and dial in your naturally aspirated Coyote application. Without further wait, let's jump in so we can check this out. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at dialing in a naturally aspirated base file for a Gen 1 Coyote application. So we're going to be using our template applicator to bring in specific bits and pieces to change certain aspects of our tune. So things like our VCT scheduling or the spark timing or the knock control data or injector data. So depending on the modifications that I have done to a naturally aspirated setup, we can account for those in our base file rather than pouring through our Excel sheet to try to grab data or trying to search around on the internet for data or going from data sheets like injector data sheets, transferring that injector data in by hand. The template applicator is going to make your life tremendously simple and speed up the calibration process, especially in your base map generation. Now, if you're doing this for your own car, it's going to obviously save you time. If you're going to be doing this in a professional atmosphere, trying to do this as a professional tuner, this is going to be substantial amount of time savings. And everyone's going to know time equals money. In a business situation, anytime you can save time, you'll be more efficient and you'll be able to make more money. So instead of being able to only tune 1 or 2 Mustang Coyotes a day, you could go in and tune maybe 3 or 4. You could be more efficient. You can dial things in much quicker, and the base map generation process is going to be very, very streamlined to what I'm going to show you here in the tutorial. So depending on what we have done, we can account for all those modifications in our template applicator. Let's jump in and take a look at how we're going to be applying the changes in the specific order we're going to be applying them in. I'm going to jump in here. I have a 2013 Mustang 6-speed file open. This is a stock equivalent file. You'll want to go ahead and open up your stock equivalent file that you want to create your base map around. Now, even if that file has been modified by another tuner, what we'll do here is overlay the new data from the base map generator, this template applicator situation. We'll be taking that information and putting it on top of whatever has been changed already. So you can overwrite a lot of the data in a file already, but I always recommend to try to start from a stock equivalent file whenever possible. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. So we have our file open here. So we have a 2013 Mustang 6-speed. I'm going to jump into edit and we're going to go in here into our template applicator. In our template applicator, we can go in here into our folder option. We can go into Open Tune Template. We're going to find here we have an HP Tuners Gen 1 Coyote folder. That's our course packet that we've been dealing with all along. We have our template applicator subfolder. In here, you probably already poked into this within the training course already. I have a ton of different data information, whether you're going to have different kinds of intakes, intake manifolds, throttle bodies, or just these general update changes that we want to bring into our file. This will allow us to create a base map extremely quick. And we can be very, very efficient. Again, a professional type of atmosphere, being a professional tuner, this is going to save you a massive amount of time, and you can be very, very efficient at what you're trying to do and calibrate a car. Okay, so what we're going to do here is first bring in our general changes. The general changes are going to bring in all kinds of things that we need to disable or get out of the way. This will be applicable whether you're going to be naturally aspirated or in a forced induction type of situation. Let me grab my general changes option here and we'll click open. What we'll find is over here on the right, this is everything that's going to be changed. Let's just run through the list and talk about what we're going to be editing and updating quick with this particular template file. We're going to find I'm raising my exhaust flange temperature limit so I don't go into exhaust flange temp control and my fuel source. So we'd see that it goes to a richer mixture. We're avoiding that, especially if we've done a lot of bolt-on modifications. That's going to be all out of whack in terms of the modeling that it would have with a stock manifold in place. So that's no longer going to be relevant. We're going to assume you have long tube headers or even mid-length or shorty headers. It's still going to throw things off. Next, we have down here, even though it's labeled engine exhaust temp, exhaust flange temperature, with our 2 temp thresholds, this is actually going to be for the base fuel, switching from the cold table for the lambda target to a warm table or the normal operation of where it sources the idle and cruise stoichiometric type of target. So the factory values are 160, 150. So I've lowered it down here, 140, 130. We're going to be able to get into the normal operation mode and kick out of the
the warm-up type of lambda, target lambda mixture. It's just going to improve a little bit because we're going to assume we're going to get the engine up to operating temperature a bit quicker with a performance application. Under the power enrich, we're going in here. We're going and dropping the throttle threshold to enter into power enrichment. If we take a look right here, we're going to find that 3,000, 4,000, we're starting to drop down the throttle angle. So this is going to be needing less and less throttle to go in and enter the power enrichment mode. We definitely want to get into power enrichment sooner at higher engine speeds. Stock, this is set to 90 all across the table, and the breakpoint axes aren't going to be ideal. So we've changed this up so that it's going to be much more appropriate for a performance application. Now, it is going to come at the cost of a little bit worse fuel economy if we're at the higher engine speeds, but higher engine speeds, we're probably going to be driving spirited, so we want to be able to get into power enrichment sooner. Now, we also have here the watt lambda target. I've changed this all to 84 lambda target at full throttle in the power enrichment mode. This is going to be appropriate for a naturally aspirated engine. I don't typically go much leaner than 84 lambda. You can.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here. And you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.